Hello. Try again. Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in the chat in the hour before I come on. And I start as soon after 12 or as soon after as I possibly can. But there's a lot involved in doing this, and I basically do it by myself. With occasionally Sarah's kind enough to help me a little, but my friend Sarah. But on the whole, and apparently I'm clearing my throat today for no obvious reason. Anyway, but here we are. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. So, and if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there, and I timestamp them as I go. So you can just pick and choose, and you don't have to listen to me jibber jab or anything like that. Electra Storm says you need to train Boo Boo to help you out. Oh, he was helping me out. I think I managed to post on my Book Art Media account for Twitter and Facebook about my sleepy assistant today. Andrea says if you ever come to Sweden, you're welcome to visit. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet to even offer. That is so sweet. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the overlay and everything. I spent hours this morning, and I mean hours this morning, working on a social media post for this month. I spent until 9 o'clock last night working on covers because I have to have extra covers. Sorry, I need to throw this away. I need extra covers because here, just go there. Be gone, fell creature. There. Because we've got hearings coming up. We've got a potential Supreme Court thing coming down. Ruling coming down. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, thank you, Aiden. You are such a sweetheart. All right, so I didn't get it up today, though. I didn't get this GIF up today because while the covers for the first, well, other than the days of the hearing, the first 3 weeks or so of the month, so it might be most of the month, actually, because I have different covers for the hearings. Oh, I'm glad you guys like this overlay. I just love it myself, if I do say so myself. But let me see if I can open this here and I can show it to you. Since I was not able, I ran out of time to get it up on social media. Let me just do that and share it with you so you can see. Because I think this is going to show you what's going to happen for most of the month on the covers. I can't put a GIF up on YouTube as the thumbnail, unfortunately. But I can put it up on social media. And here, let me take this down and ignore the background. If you look closely, it's kind of gentle waving. That's what most of the GIFs are most of the covers are actually doing, even though they can't move on the YouTube thumbnail, but on the social media posts, you can get the full gentle summer waving, relaxing just think it's just a wonderful, relaxing. I found myself just kind of staring at it, just kind of zoning out a little bit. Just, oh, isn't that pleasant? So anyway, I've got a bunch of these throughout the month, and that I put together. And they have these borders that are gently waving with different colors and things. So Aiden says we can pretend the thumbnails are moving slowly. Very slowly. Exactly. I like how you think. All right. Linda Sue, instant meditation and renewal, watching it slowly move. Exactly. So, all right. So I didn't get that one up today. I might put it up later anyway. But every early in the morning here in Chicago, it should post, because I made a bunch of them square for social media. The image is square, because obviously a YouTube thumbnail and a square social media post, it's different. It's not the same thing. So, Cat Shepherd, visual ASMR. Exactly. Oh, Judy, thank you, Kika. All right. So I've got a hard cutoff time today at 1:40, but and right now I've got like 14 questions, but let me see what we can get through. All right, we've got 5 questions up front just on Ukraine, Russia. Yeeks, but then we'll go on to insurrection, January 6th Select Committee stuff. There's some Trump stuff. There's some U.S. news stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. And thank you for your questions. So, okay, I did want to say to Kelly right up front, the question was, if Russia steps over the line and uses nukes, will NATO respond in kind? I've been reading on that recently, and I've read it on a couple of times. So if you go back into sorry, I'm just trying to pour this out. It's all carbonated. If you go back through if you click on the channel, the name of the channel, and you'll get to the main page for the channel. Up right around this area in the top right, there'll be a little spyglass search bar type thing, and you can just type in whatever you're interested in. This goes for anything, and it'll pull up the videos that have those topics in them, because as far as I know, all of the timestamps all of the live streams are timestamped. And I have been doing this, other than a 5-day emergency in April of 2019. No, April of 2020. I've been doing this since the day after Christmas 2019. Every day, live stream. Yeah. And then before that, I was just posting videos. Yeah. And the 16th of this month will be 4 years. The channel is 4 years old. Anyway, there's a lot. So, all right. Oh, Margaret, I hope you feel better soon. Okay, at 9 minutes. Kristen from Uncover the News. Boy, did you bring some great headlines today. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Okay. I actually don't know if there's much to read on for this particular question. The news is that parts of Ukraine could vote to join Russia as soon as this summer. I'll see if that's going to happen, but my understanding is no. The Russians have moved a lot of Russians into like Crimea and Donbass area and things like that to try and convince them to kind of force the area to become more Russian. But might have to get a new deck soon. But considering there's a war going on, I don't know how binding it would be anyway. And actually, there's no guarantee. Even if you've moved people in there, there's no guarantee. They're not going to say, you know what? So let's have a look at that. All right. I'll just say, let's just say 11. All right. In the Russian-controlled parts of Ukraine, will they vote to join Russia? Would matter. Well, part of it is that Russia's saying that Ukraine isn't separate from them, period, which would mean, what do you mean, are they voting to become a part of Russia? You say they already are. So what difference would it make? Strength. The Ukraine are being really impressive. Ukrainians are being very impressive. 2 of Wands. Queen of Wands. 4 of Cups. Death card. Knight of Swords. Oh, because I don't have my... I've got a little notebook. I've got a notebook rather than my planner. My planner sits up higher. Let's use this then. It sits up higher. Thank you, Dr. Nancy. Thank you. All right. There, that's better. Thank you, Joanne. Appreciate it. All right. This is Russian propaganda. This is, I don't know why. I think she's symbolic. So to me, that really mean lady on Russian television that's on that, I guess it's a news program or it's something somewhere between the news and the View or something. I don't know. But when she starts talking and everybody's really quiet, don't notice me, so whatever you say, that makes me think of her. 4 of Cups, that's a refusal to listen to kindness, to listen to talk of peace. But there's a Death card, there's a Knight of Swords. This is war. This is a terrible, terrible war. So Russia's over here, not listening to sense, carrying on this terrible war. The Ukrainians are sticking up there. I'm not getting a vote of yes, let's officially join Russia. Have a great day, Disrat. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles. Temperance. Star. Ace of Swords. 3 of Swords. The people in that region, they just want the war to stop. They want hope. Maybe it's the energy's not the energy's not saying, hey, absolutely, there's going to be a vote, in eastern Ukraine, in Russia-controlled areas, first of all, how would they have a vote? There are bombs falling and all this stuff happening. But even if they did, I'm not, the energy's there isn't, I'm getting war. I'm just getting war and hope for peace. Hope, temperance. Because right now it's all Ukrainians having to defend themselves. And Russia's economy is not good. Not good. Sunny, hey Sunny, I hate the Three of Swords. Oh, it can smart. Yes. Dr. Nancy, a Webby for autumn. Oh, bless you. Sending you a big old hug. Thank you. That makes me feel good. People who get, you have to have like a million, you have to have like 1 million subscribers to win one of those. But thank you. All right, 1645. See if we can get through these. And then later on, I want to mention something right before I hit the go live button. There was something about Hunter Biden's laptop. I have something to say about that, but I'm going to wait till I get through this stuff, or this Ukraine-Russia thing. So Gretchen says, as a tarot connoisseur, readers are getting that Putin is ill, but yesterday 3 separate readers got that Putin is on life support. Did something change? And Andrea is saying there's no vote. Well, sure. Actually, let's look at that. 1730. Is Putin on life support? I'm not picking it up, but that doesn't mean I'm right and someone else is wrong. I could be wrong. It's generally consensus among readers is what's most likely, but Moon. Oh, it feels like if he went on life support, what's happening in Ukraine would collapse. I know that the person he has semi-designated to take over for him is as hard right as he is, but it just feels like a lot of it would kind of fall apart. Oh, you guys are big on plans, Pam and Linda Sue, and big on plans. Yes, Hierophant, Putin, Knight of Cups, 8 of Swords. I keep getting this for him. His nerve. Something's not working right with the nerves. Six of Wands. Queen of Swords. Well, there's a victory card right here. Okay, there's definitely medical care here. He is very ill. But this isn't all bad. He's got a government to run. I'm getting very ill, but I'm not getting life support. So that is true, Joanne. Well, he's on my nerves. Yes, exactly. Hello, Lynn. All right. At 20, Put this here. Yes, dear. Yes. Support, question mark. All right, so I've got that. My support is 2 words. Space. Ding. Okay. 2030. How you doing? You okay? You need some attention. Is that what's going on here, dear? All right. You're all right. What upset you? Putin fires 5 generals as Russia's military failures in Ukraine continue. Okay. I'm going to make this 21. Hi. Yes, sweetie. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know what upset you, but you're okay, sweetheart. You're okay. Good boy. It's all right. It's all right. Just calm down. Just calm down. You're okay. It's okay. Sorry, I'm trying to calm him down. He's upset about something. Hi. What are you worried about? You don't need to worry. You're the Bailey Boo. You're the Bailey Boo. Yes, you are. But I've got readings to do, sweetheart. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're very fuzzy. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. M. Kelpie is cleaning some of the yuck from the cards. Oh, absolutely. Roxana, nothing more wonderful than a boo-boos and kitty close-up. Yes, it's okay. No kitty butt. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. Hey. All right. Are you going to calm down now? Because I've got stuff to do. Yes, I do. I have important stuff to do. You could just lie down. There you go. It's okay. It's all right. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. Okay, I'm going to push you down on your bed. There you go. Good boy. Sorry. Sorry, cat hair everywhere. All right. All right, air purifier. You got work to do. All right. Linda, so he's love bombing himself and you're included. Basically. All right. 24. Oh, Putin firing 5 generals as Russia's military failures in Ukraine continue. Oh, Twitter just crashed. Yikes. Sweetie. Relax. I'm not playing right now, dear. Putin fired 5 generals. See, when Putin decides that you're fired, it sounds a bit more dangerous than just a regular firing. But I'm getting a low internet warning in the corner, so the audios usually will stay fine, but if the visual images might freeze up a little bit. But usually the audio just keeps going. So, oh, you guys are funny. Putin, Russian shadows. Yes, Electra Storm, thank you. Knight of Wands. Well, he wants to get in there and he wants to win. And he's not going to. Ten of Wands. Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups. Hierophant. Ace of Cups. It's terrible. And the Ukraine and the West, essentially being supplied by the West, they're just stealing the Russians' lunch money. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but the government, Putin and government saying, go do this, but they're burdened. The equipment's out of date. There aren't enough soldiers. There's talk that even with raising the upper age limit for soldiers, that max they have maybe a year, and they will run out of soldiers. It's not. I don't think it's going to go on that long, but yeah, we're supposed to do this with under these terrible conditions. Things are not organized, bad supplying, who's in charge. They send a lot of their higher ups actually on into battle itself. So there's not, as my understanding is, the overarching planning and execution isn't very well done. They're like, fine, fire me. There's you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Thank you, Justin's mom. And thank you, Andrea Bubu. Eileen says that a solar flare could be affecting the internet. It could affect satellites. Oh, is there a solar flare going on now? That would explain a lot. So at 28. All right, there were two different news stories, and I kind of combined them. And the two news headlines, one, World War III has started, says Russian TV, as Ukraine is called a rehearsal. The other headline was Russian TV says Poland's the next target for invasion. My question is, how are the Russians feeling about this overblown rhetoric and warmongering? I'm afraid Aurora. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't understand what you've typed there. One card reading person said, Rick Mann waiting to serve, SVER. I don't know what that is. Ukraine at the right time. I'm assuming you don't mean that Ukraine's about to be rickrolled. But maybe you are. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn and hurt you. How are the Russians feeling about this overblown rhetoric and warmongering? I don't know, Hemp Lily. I don't know. Of course, now I have that song stuck in my head. But how are the Russians feeling? Not great. There's a lot of talk of what's needed, what's necessary. But even though, yeah, it feels like the polls are saying it's, of course, whatever Putin wants to do is very popular. And quite often it is. But I'm picking up on this is the first time I'm really starting to pick up on. Really, did we really need to go over there and save them from? Don't we have enough problems? Don't we? We weren't really under threat, and now we're under all these sanctions and. Page of Wands. Page of Swords. Their children are going off to war. 5 of Cups. Disappointment. Ace of Pentacles. It's expensive as heck. Russians are not winning outright like they should be. Their kids are going off to war. So even with all the rhetoric, expensive in both blood and money. That's what the Russians are starting to think. That's what I'm getting. Sunny says, I've been rickrolled. Yes, apparently right here. You didn't even have to click over onto the video. Never gonna give. Okay. Aurora, you did ask a question, though. I would like to know, will Ukraine get everything back? Hello, dear. You okay? Are you a little happier now? Did you have a snack or something? I feel a little better. There you go. Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. All right. Will Ukraine get everything back? Hello, dear. Oh, Bismo's in a massage chair watching. Oh, that's awesome. Lucky girl. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing, beautiful? Yes, Sunny, all good witches need a cat. I think most people need a cat, but that's just me. Oh. Okay, somebody's in the mood. All right, back on your bed. There you go. Will Ukraine, gosh, cards coming right off the top of the deck. That usually is, that's very straightforward. Very straightforward energy. Gretchen says, I'll need to draft babushkas soon. Get out of our country. That's a card for the reading. Devil. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Hierophant. 7 of Pentacles. They get a lot back. Russia came in and said, thank you. Cruelly just said, ours. Lied about whose government it's under. But this is fruits of labor, and this is Ukraine taking their parts back. There might be like a sliver here or there, but I think they are. I think fully it'll take a little time, but yeah, that's what I keep getting. And I hope no one thinks that I was making fun of anybody's typos or autocorrects or anything like that, or foreign language or anything. I look for the humor because I end up with autocorrect and mistyping things. I say the dumbest things in texts, in chats, and I just look for the humor. So I hope no one's offended. Okay, Kevin, new phone and plan, epic fail. Oh, geez, no service whatsoever. Oh, wow. First time in over 2 years missing all things black and orange. Drove to town to send this. What a mess. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I hope you get it sorted out soon. Oh. Mercury retrograde. Gotta love it. All right. And 36 minutes in, Kelly was asking, will this Ukrainian war be taken to Russian soil? Well, to a limited extent, it already has. Limited, like just over the border to some extent. And my understanding is that the missile systems that Ukraine is being given by the West is it is only under the condition they can only move the missiles so far forward. The missiles cannot be moved so far forward that they could cross the border. That's what I have heard. So thank you, Pamela. Knight of Cups. Taking to Russian soil. This is the oh gosh, right behind it I've got the Chariot. I have this is Hierophant and the Moon. This is card for the reading. I wonder if I even need to turn those over. This is okay. Ukrainians can go forward and fight, and they've got the backing of the West, supplies by the West, but judgment. There's a limit. You can only go so far forward. We do not want to get into World War III. So spread out the major arcana a little bit here. There. All right, what have we got here? Anything? 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Star, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. No, and the Russians are running out of the kind of conventional missiles they've been using. Something more than mortars. Something obviously less than nukes. But this feels like Russia's running out, and they can't get the chips to build more for the for the guidance systems and the blah blah blah. So yeah. All right, so okay. Well, that's going to be Russia and Ukraine for today. So let's go on to the insurrection and the January 6th Select Committee. Kelly agrees. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. 39. And any questions I don't get to, I'm going to roll over to tomorrow. Okay. 39, basically 40. I'm just going to throw this in here. Enter Biden's laptop. Okay. Earlier on, where was it? Let me find the. There was a. I think it was Uncover the News, Kristen. You put up something earlier on about Hunter Biden's laptop. Thank you, Susan. I love that little fox too. Thank you. I can't remember it, but it was something about Hunter Biden's laptop has supposedly has the P word on it, and et cetera, et cetera. To the best of my knowledge, and of course I don't know everything, but having listened to the computer guy who says that he came into possession of Hunter Biden's laptop and all this other stuff, there is no Hunter Biden laptop. And I want to read on that now, because my understanding is it's hard drives. The man is legally blind. The man who took the things, he legally cannot see more than 6 inches away. And then there were supposedly FBI agents who came to take the actual laptop. Oh, that's it. Kristen had Hunter's search history reveals an obsession. There are, then he please tell the T. Supposedly two FBI agents came and they wanted the laptop, but the only name they gave was agent. So the only name given that the FBI agents gave was Joshua. So Agent Joshua? Really? And then because there was a sticker on one of them that had something to do with, I forget, something to do with Biden, whatever charity or something was going on. It was probably for Beau, like the charity for Beau Biden. This guy, because he's complete, MAGA. Instead of copying the files or the folders over bit by bit, which he was trying to do to save the information off, to save on laptops as part of his job, he starts just rifling through everything. And then later on, he's saying, well, it was there after a certain amount of time, so it became my property, which is debatable. And then, so he was rifling through, and then he was digging. And then I was seeing that there was so much money changing hands and huge amount. And it's like, and now he's complaining because nobody wants to drop their computer off at his store. Why would you? This guy's going to go rifling through your stuff? So Agent Joshua, I think it was Hal Sparks, who was saying, Russians, they don't always have the best, they don't always have the best knowledge of things, so they just use kind of the first thing that comes to them. Joshua was the password on war games. And so this guy could not see if it was actually Hunter Biden, could not recognize Hunter Biden, could not recognize the agents who supposedly came for the laptop, but he has hard drive copies of the laptop, he says, and then he knew somebody who knew Giuliani and gave them, so Giuliani has a hard drive. Nobody has the laptop. Nobody. FBI says they don't have it. Nobody has the laptop. But this guy has a hard drive that he says is the laptop. It just goes on and on. Yes, Teresa Ford, do you want to play a game? Terry Solaris is asking, how does a blind man fix computers anyway? Because he's up close. As long as it's very close, he can work through it. But it was a great movie. Tiffany Lilly, magic. Yeah. So now there's the Hunter Biden laptop. There's all kind of horrible. There's proof of corruption. There's the P word, lots of that. There's all of this, and it's like, really? Because the Russians, when they spoof somebody's, when they try to cobble together somebody's a computer that says, oh, put that over there, it will say it's that person's. They consistently put these exact kinds of things on it. It's the whole thing. They are just beating on this guy's reputation because he was a drug addict. Meanwhile, Sniffy Jr., Page of Cups, Lovers, Seven of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. The amount of money that people on the right are making with this fantasy. This is Hunter Biden. These are the cult leaders. They're on the far right. They're on the defensive because they can't prove anything. None of this can go to court. None of it can go to court. There's no original laptop. This guy can't recognize anybody. And so no matter how much they talk about it, how much they dredge up, the fact that on some of these hard drives that have, because now there are copies of copies of copies of copies, people have been putting other things on them and taking things off. Fruit of the poison tree, I believe, is the official term. Nothing can happen to Hunter Biden for this alleged stuff. Yeah. Teresa Ford said there isn't even proof that it was Hunter's, and Hunter doesn't hold public office, so who cares? But they are spinning it, and they're making a lot of money from the traffic, from people talking about it, getting views on YouTube and elsewhere. And you'd think it would die by now, but no, they need something to talk about. Communication, far right communication. You need something to fill the chat rooms. You need burden of proof. Working. But working is not a burden of proof you can take into a courtroom. Bye, Felicia. 49. All right, let's move on to Insurrection January 6th committee stuff. All right. Has Trump been given prior information about, this was Hey Funny. Thank you for your question. Has Trump been given prior information about what the January 6th committee plans to reveal publicly starting next week? No, but let's have a look. I'm getting a big old no on that. But he's not worried. Trump's not worried. He's gotten through everything else. Heck, he got through an impeachment. He'll do what he's always done. He'll lie. He'll embellish. He'll deny. He'll, use it as an answer every question with nothing's as bad as what was done to me. No president's been treated worse than Trump. Talking about himself in the third person, which is really annoying. No one's been treated worse than me. Be quiet, Lincoln. Be quiet, JFK. No one's been treated worse than me. Has Trump been given any prior information about the January 6th committee, what they're going to reveal? Dang strength. Again, I pull cards on this committee. I get cards about this committee, and it is major arcana. It is powerful. I hope you guys are going to watch with me. I really hope it. I would really hope you would. It would really help me get through it. Hopefully, maybe I could help you get through it. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. They're working together. There are hints. Basically, it's when people are called in for questioning, you can get some information based on the questions. So some people who've been called in for questioning who are still stupidly on Trump's side, they're pieces, bits and pieces, but no, the committee's hanging together quite well. And yes, leave him alone. Yeah. Yes, please. Oh, good. I was making covers for that too. So as soon as I get confirmation on when the schedule is, because I know there are a couple of places that have talked about it, what the January 6th Select Committee hearings, when they're going to be, but it's not on their official website yet. And I thought they said they're going to do 8, but this is 6, but I've got covers made and I can change the dates and time if necessary. So I will, as soon as I get confirmation, I'll replace the covers that are up for those days. 5230. I'm curious about something here. Okay, there was something in the news that Kristen brought. Thank you. Trump lawyer Kenneth Chesebro said in a December 13th, 2020 memo to Giuliani that Vice President Pence should recuse himself from running the electoral count and hand the gavel to a senior GOP senator like Lindsey Graham. Recall that Senator Grassley said on January 5th he didn't expect Pence to preside. Okay. Now, the group did show up chanting, and I don't like to repeat it on the channel, so let's just say HMP. HMP. The second two stand, the M and the P standing for Mike Pence. You can guess what the H stands for. So they were chanting HMP, HMP, right? I think because of that, I really wonder if we're not giving him more credit than he deserves. Because as much as Trump wanted Mike Pence to overturn the election, he wanted him to throw things back to the states. And Pence has talked about how he called all these different people. Can I do this? Can I not? And he called Dan Quayle. I forgot Dan Quayle existed. But he called Dan Quayle, and Dan Quayle said, you can't do anything. So Pence went in there, and we're all like, well, he was just going to go forward, and Trump was mad at him because he was doing the right thing. No, he wasn't. He may not have been in a hurry to throw things back to the states, but I have heard the audio of the proceedings where the delegates for a particular state were announced, and Pence did something that has not been done before. He said, are there any objections? And a Republican senator would say yes. And Pence said, is it in writing and signed? And the Republican senator said Yes. And there were groans on the Democratic side. And that's what Pence was doing. So this idea of, oh no, he was just going to go in there and do everything the same way. He didn't do everything the same way it's always been done. But during that process, the mob started attacking the building. I want to know, is Pence going to be revealed to be dirty or dirtier in this whole thing? Because right now, it's like he's got this halo around him. Of course, he loves that. So, Elector Storm, Pence can go to AG double hockey sticks. Don't use that kind of language in front of Mother. AG double hockey sticks. I don't think Pence is quite as clean as he's made out to be, but let's see. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm biased. Secrets. Higher wisdom, yeah, but there are some secrets there too. Why was he asking this for objections? State by state. What were you going to do with those objections, Mike? Knight of Wands, Death, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, it feels like there's too much else going on that he won't come under scrutiny that perhaps he should. I just, what I'm getting is his energy is not all over. The insurrection stuff is really going to focus on others. But Sonia is saying, of course, Pence is dirty. You can't be close to Trump without being dirty. He stood by him through all of that. And it's true, Gary Atkins, 147 refused to certify the election. That was after the attack. Tiffany is saying, I have a feeling it wouldn't have gotten so crazy. If it wouldn't have gotten so crazy, we would have had a different outcome. There might be something to that. Why was he asking for objections? No vice president has ever asked for objections before. Ever. So, yeah. Holly and Francis saying, I distrust all the I'm holier than thou people. I think for good reason. Yes, Linda Sue, gazing adoringly at Trump on camera. Oh my gosh. If you need an epicac, you just need to watch the way Pence used to look at Trump. M. Kelpie, Pence the vice poodle. Mm-hmm. Linda Sue says he witnessed so much criming, stayed silent. How can we think he's not dirty? I hear you. Yep. All right, 59 and a bit. 59.15. Let's try that. 59.15. Thank you so much for being here. 2. January 6th panel lays out inquiries for Representative Jim Jordan. Extends subpoena deadline. Oh, is it? But didn't you say in the chat, Kristen from Uncover the News? Didn't you say in the chat they've extended it to something crazy? It's like June 11th. Well, aren't the hearings supposed to start on June 9th? So why would they be extending the time that Jim Jordan can put in information? What? June 11th. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah. But the hearings are supposed to start on the 9th? Sure, okay. Jim Jordan. Subpoenas for Jim Jordan. So what are you going to do, Jim Jordan? Because I know you'll never hear this, but I have just a little piece of advice. Jim Jordan, okay, turn down the air horn. That is you. Turn it down just a second. I'm not even going to make you put your jacket on for 2 seconds because you might explode. Little piece of advice. The information that they are subpoenaing you for is not to get you into trouble. It's really not. It is your last chance to clear your name. They already have information. They already have a lot of information on you. What they're saying to turn over, I would turn over if you are honest, if you have nothing, if you did nothing wrong. This is your last chance to clear your name. But he's not going to listen. News. Jim Jordan is being warned he has until June 11th to comply with the subpoena to testify before the committee investigating. June 11th. They want him to... Are they putting the hearings off? Is that what that means? Going to cover the news. Here's what the Select Committee already knows about Jim Jordan's role in the January 6th insurrection. Thank you. Oh, Bismo's been in this massage chair this whole time. Good for you. Thank you, Pamela. Kim Hawkins is saying Representative Jamie Rankin says that the first set of hearings... I'm hoping there's a part 2 to that. Oh, are they really going to put the hearings off? I mean, there's a hearing on the 9th, and then the next one, I believe, is on the 13th. So there is a gap there. But really? Oh, he is in the thick of it. In the Trump cult. In the far right cult. 4 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, disappointment. I'm not going to comply. I'm important. I'm in Congress. You just wait till we're in charge and we're going to pull you in Congress and blah, blah, blah. And disappoint, he's trying to knock it all down. And no. This is a whole lot of flailing. Seriously, this is the legal equivalent of the those big air tube people that you see at like car dealerships or what have you. It's a big fabric tube with 2 tubes off the side. They put a face on it and one of the arms, and with the fan at the bottom going up through the tube, so the thing's going like this. That's the legal equivalent of, that's what Jim Jordan's doing right now. Terry Solaris, will Jim Jordan be televised? That's why they set it up for that date. Let's ask. So they're thinking the 11th to televise it. The air horn, the human air horn, would just do everything he could to derail things. And yes, thank you, Wrestling Reads. Wacky, waveable, inflated tube man. Yes, that is his legal strategy. Working. Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, World. It could be in front of the world, but this feels more like tunneling in the plan. This led to that, which led to the other, which because of the thing, because of the wavy guy. Yes, Pamela Bryant. All right, 105.30. Peter Navarro. My parents would be ashamed of me. Anyway, so Mr. G, I think I'll go say exactly what we were planning in detail, and I'll do it on Ari Melber's MSNBC show because I'm completely entitled. And of course, what I did wasn't illegal because I can't do anything illegal. I am an entitled white man who thinks that no, it's not illegal because I don't do anything illegal. Therefore, it's not illegal. No, we were fully justified in doing what we were doing. You were told repeatedly it was illegal, and what you're telling me now is illegal. No. Seriously, if you have not watched Ari Melber talking to Peter Navarro right after this, go on YouTube, watch it. It's staggering. But anyway, apparently the Peter Navarro subpoena specifically names Donald Trump. That they want information. Okay, let me. Tiffany Lilly said, did he really think that was a good idea? Apparently, he did it twice. He went back. And he wasn't like, sorry. So, no, he just... let me look at this link because the Peter Navarro subpoena specifically names Trump. In what way? Let's see here. A story. One of 4 federal grand juries investigating different aspects of the plot to overturn the 2020 election. 4 federal grand juries. Ooh. Let me share. Share screen. Chrome tab. Ding, 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 ding. All right, let's see if we can get rid of at least some of this. Peter Navarro. Get rid of this. Okay, so that's showing up, and I can get rid of that for a moment. Okay. So Peter Navarro subpoena specifically names Donald Trump. Okay. One of 4 federal grand juries is getting closer to former President Donald Trump. I would like to know more about this. Please. Peter Navarro is being commanded by a federal grand jury subpoena to turn over to the Justice Department his communications with the former president. The former president's attorneys and the former president's representatives. The exact nature of the subpoena served on May 26th, and whether it means Trump himself is under criminal investigation for January 6th could not be established given the unusually sparse details included in the order. But certain elements appear to suggest it is related to a new investigation examining potential criminality. And he is specifically named in the subpoena. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Fair enough. Four grand juries. I'm going to have to make a list. I have to start making a list. You don't know what I mean? I've got lists of people running in the midterms. There were primary people. Now it's some of those are going through. So, I mean, even just trying to cover just the regular midterms, you should see there's a table, got a table on Notion. It just goes on and on and on. And I've got birthdays and I've got, oh my gosh, and I'm trying to make some graphics so I can show you, who I think is most likely to win, but oh my gosh, it's a huge thing. And now there's all this legal stuff, and then people are like, you can't remember such and so's name. It's like, are you kidding? Do you have any idea how many names we're dealing with here? Peter Navarro. So you're gonna turn over what the subpoena is asking for? Or are you going to play a game and, oh no, I don't have to do that. Blink, 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 blink. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, go talk to a lawyer because they will have a few words to say, like, are you kidding me? Tiffany Lilly, you need an assistant. You're not wrong. 5 of Pentacles. King of Wands. I could have 2 assistants and keep them both busy. King of Pentacles. Hierophant. 8 of Cups. Ooh, this is good energy. This is he turns everything over. Seriously, that's what this energy is. Trump, everybody was going to Trump. What do you do about the election? Kind of a groveling to Trump, which of course he likes that. But we have plans, but this, Hierophant, government, evidence collected, and the energy off of this is strong. Katie Herbuckle, I'm looking for a job, Autumn, if you're interested. I will keep you in mind. Thank you, Katie. Yes, it feels like he's going to turn things over. That's what it feels like. I'll take it. 1 second here. Do. Make a note. 1 second. Okay. I would forget my head if it wasn't attached or I didn't write it down. Make sure your head is attached. Okay. I think. All right. Check that off the list. Andrea is saying, when I hear all of the crazy things that are going on, I want to adopt you all. Oh, I want to adopt you all. We have a lot of space in Sweden. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm looking for a publishing company. Okay. Tiffany Lilly, he's going to have to cooperate in order to be free. He's already put himself in a very bad light. That is true. All right. It's 1:32. I can probably... Let's end on this joyous little thing at 1:14:30, and the rest of the questions I will put first tomorrow, or I'll put in tomorrow. 1:14:30. Oh no, that's the wrong. I put that on the wrong question. It's up here. News. All right, so I imagine that you've heard that Sussmann has been acquitted. He did not lie to the FBI. No, he was not going to the FBI with information about Trump, Russia, at Clinton's request. He didn't say that. He didn't, or rather, when he said that he wasn't there at her request, it was true. And Trump was really dangerous, and he was like, look, I am an officer of the court. I can't remember exactly what Sussmann, actually. He's a lawyer, isn't he? But he might be more than that. I can't remember. But something about, I'm an officer of the court. I see something like this, I have to tell somebody. And he knew somebody high up in, you and I maybe not be, we wouldn't be able to talk to, it wasn't a director, I don't think, of the FBI, but it was somebody high up. And he was able to talk to that person because I guess he already knew that person. Like they were already personal friends or something. So basically, Sussmann did nothing wrong. He was acquitted. And the right, they are losing their minds. So, including Trump. Did you hear what Trump truthed on Truth Social? Truth Social. I'm just going to start calling it that. Trump's Truth Social, because it's not truth. Truth Social. He truthed. Trump country going to HE double hockey sticks. Trump on the from the Hill. And do they show it? He wrote in a post. And all right, we'll just go back. Share screen, Chrome tab. Ta-da. All right, so on Truth Social. Former President Trump on Tuesday expressed outrage at the news that Michael Sussmann, a lawyer who represented Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, was found not guilty of lying to the FBI. Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social, the small that really is the perfect word to use for it. The small social network he found, networking site he found. Tiny, small. I love that. Oh, gosh. You burn him to a crisp without even trying. Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social, the small conservative social networking site he founded, our legal system is corrupt. Our judges and justices are highly partisan, compromised, or just plain scared. Our borders, capital B, suddenly he's German. Our borders are open. Our elections are rigged. Inflation is rampant. Gas prices and food costs are through the roof. Our military leadership is woke. Our country is going to HE double hockey sticks, and Michael Sussmann is not guilty. Well, we can agree on that. Michael Sussmann is not guilty. I'm in agreement. Yep, we agree. We agree on that. Yeah. And justices are highly partisan. Total agreement. Definitely with what Alito and what they're about to do with women's rights. Yep. Not all of them, but the majority, yeah. And did no one ever teach you what to what to capitalize and what not to capitalize? Or are you just like channeling your inner Hitler, that it has to come out German, as German as you can be without having to know another language? Is that what's going on here? So he is losing his small mind on his small network. Trump. Haven't checked in on the Orange Menace in quite a while. His rallies are boring. Page of Swords. The bully. Oh, wow. Okay. Yuck. Ugh. Get off. That energy's terrible. Yuck. Granted, I haven't read on him in a while, but yuck. It's like creepy crawlies. Ugh. Sage. Just stick that's right there. Jeez. Whew. Has anybody else read on him at the time? Yes. Thank you, Kika. I'll go in just a second. Has anybody else read on him recently? Because don't. Just don't. Page of Wands. Ace of Cups. Emperor. Hierophant. Seven of Wands. The Emperor. Rise of democratic power, but it's nothing as great as I, the great and powerful Trump. Governments on the defense. Oh, you're about to be on the this is government. This is the far right being on the defensive. Oh, you're about to be on the defensive. Oh, I thank you guys, thank you. Message, yes, it's just the great and powerful laws, or whatever stupidity. Yeah, that's checking in on Trump. Yuck. All right, I'm just gonna hang out with my sage for a while. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for being here. And I cannot thank you enough. I mean, political stuff is kind of my jam. This is, a lot of readers do this as like a lost leader for their personal readings. This is it. This is my thing. And so I do hope you'll also join me for the hearings so we can go through that together, because yeah, this is kind of my thing. You make this possible for me to have this channel and to have kept going for 4 years. So I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. All right. Take care of yourself. I will be right at 4 o'clock. I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. All right. So take care. There are good days ahead, and you're not alone. See you tomorrow.